What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from Westside Gunn called Pray for Paris. Now, Westside Gunn is a member of Griselda Records. He's coming out of Buffalo, New York, and I'm not going to detail every project he's released because, man, he has put out a ton of them. I have reviewed plenty of them on my channel, and I find them to be a little bit hit or miss. But one thing I will say about this album right here off the jump is I think it is his best work so far. It just feels a little bit more cohesive than some of his other stuff, and one thing I've really noticed is how focused he was on this, man. Just seems like his bars and his flows were a little bit tighter, and they were hitting me harder on this one. That might have to do with your opinion, of course. I'm sure different people will prefer different projects of his, but this was the one that I wanted from Westside Gunn, so I loved it, man. We're gonna jump right into it, starting off with the song Eurostep, where I think his effortless flow on this was just perfect, man. This is some of the best rapping I think I've heard from Westside Gunn. And then on the song Versace, we get this beautiful soulful joint which comes to us from social media star Jay Versace. I wasn't expecting that, but this beat is absolute fire. Westside Gunn on here is actually getting kind of insightful. Again, the flows and bars feel tightened up, and I really appreciated on the end of his verse where he's reflecting on the time he spent in jail and also looking back at some of his old cellmates and just feeling kind of bad for them for being stuck in there because he knows what it's like. He also makes it clear that he never wants to go back, so you don't get this type of deep introspection from Westside Gunn very often. I notice you get it in these fleeting moments, but when he does do that, it does hit home, and this was one of those instances, man. I really appreciated that part on this song, and you will get little tidbits of that from Westside Gunn throughout. Now, another collab I thought was really dope on here, as expected, is that Shawn versus Flair, where Westside Gunn is just killing it over this signature DJ Premier style. He's flexing the topless Corvette in front of the Masjid, really coming through with that usual blend of luxury, glamour, and thuggery that Westside Gunn is known for. He's just very vivid when he spits in this style, man. He does that on all of his albums, but he was really pulling it off well on here. You're gonna get a lot of that glorious shit. The album even kicks off with this clip of a Leonardo da Vinci painting selling for $400 million, and the follow-up track, No Vacancy, is peak Westside Gunn, man. You're getting this piano production from DJ Muggs, which is dope, and on here, Westside Gunn is rocking a 3/4 mink, he's driving a bulletproof Bentley, and he's slamming people on their necks like Bruno Sammartino. You will notice these wrestling references throughout. There's even a Ted DiBiase clip on another song. He'll make references to other wrestlers. Obviously, Shawn versus Flair is a reference to HBK versus Flair in that retirement match. An all-time classic, very heartfelt ending to that one. So you're going to appreciate a lot of that if you're a wrestling fan. And there are great features on here as well. I really like how he placed the features throughout because he picked some really dope artists that match up well with his style, and they all had great verses. One thing that I've always said about Westside Gunn is how I kind of like him in lower doses. I just find his style and voice sometimes can be a bit too much on his longer projects that get up to like 18 tracks or so, whereas this one is shorter and cohesive. He has those solo joints where he's keeping it simple with one verse, so he's still showcasing his style, but these features come through excellently, man. You got Freddie Gibbs and Rock Marciano sliding through on 500 ounces. You got Gibbs spitting, I got skeletons in my closet, right next to Balenciaga, call me Fred DiBiase, garage is $1 million, my naga, that's a dope ass line. And Rock Marciano was rapping about guns on here like he's got the goddamn Terminator's arsenal, man. Just all kinds of bars in the usual style you get from him. So this was one of his standout tracks for sure. There's also an excellent beat on this from Alchemist with strings, horn, and vocal samples. And then on Claiborne Kick, Boldy James comes through with the verse, and it is so vivid, man. He's really spitting that gritty street narrative, getting into crime stories, doing prison time, how it affects the people around him and shit like that. Lots of gun bars as well. Excellent verse. And check out that Boldy James project, The Price of Tea in China, if you haven't yet. You got good Alchemist production on there, and Boldy snapped on that too, but he fit in perfectly on here. Then with George Bondo, you get Twinkling Keys from Beat Butcher and Derringer, and this is just your usual Griselda posse cut. You got Conway and Benny coming through with excellent lines. I thought Conway absolutely floated on this as he spits, I'm impacting the culture like Eric Bischoff, another wrestling reference, and my shooter don't speak, but you can tell that he's dangerous. He just aims steady, the stainless, drive by out of minivan, Chevys, and Ranges. Shout out for the minivan love, I got myself one of those, so they're doing drive-bys and that shit, I guess. And Benny spits, think it's a game until I Patrick Kane somebody homie, that's sliding through with a stick, shooting one by the goalie. So we're getting some hip-hop and hockey references tied together here, which is a pretty rare occurrence, but he pulled it off well. Then another song that stuck out to me right from jump was 327. You're getting this hazy 90s boom bap vibe from Camouflage Monk. This might be one of my favorite beats on the album, and Joey Badass just fits it perfectly. He's known for jumping on these type of beats, so it was only natural to get him on here, and he really snapped on this shit. There's also an excellent hook from Billy Esco, a nice smooth whispery vocal style that worked with the track, and Tyler snapped on this with 90 references to Keenan and Kel, and he spit, "Niggas always got something to say, well fuck 'em, same guys was mighty, till they got to ducking." Can't hate on a Mighty Ducks reference, man. We're getting another hockey reference right there. Mighty Ducks was a classic. Shout out to the Knuckle Puck. We were all doing that over here in Canada in our driveways. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, this is just a really dope one. I also like that line from Joey Badass where he spits, "I'm from an era of hard knocks and quiet storms, rap songs about crack rocks and firearms." You know, that content fits with the feel of the track as well. So everything here seems much more focused and thought out than a lot of Westside Gunn's past projects, in my opinion. Excellent production. This is some of the year's best production on it, in my opinion. Everybody did their damn thing. The features are great. Westside Gunn's rapping is stepped up, and he kind of, you know, balances himself out with his features. I wouldn't say his features always overshadow him, because he does have those solo joints where he spits, but they fit in nicely and kind of keep things cohesive and spread it out a bit, so it's not just Westside Gunn all the way through. Really thought this was dope, man. Really, the only song I didn't like on here was French Toast. A lot of that has to do with when Westside Gunn is doing that sing-songy style. He does that on other tracks as well, like Allah Sent Me, but I like that track a lot because it's a three-man Griselda weave where Benny, Conway, and Westside Gunn are just going on one verse back and forth, showcasing a lot of chemistry. But that French Toast track, man, I didn't really care for it. I thought the fluttery piano production was weak compared to some of the others. The Wale feature wasn't hitting me like some of the other features, so something got to be my least favorite. That's the one, but I'm going to give this album an 8 out of 10, man. I really enjoyed this one. It's going to be on my year-end list for sure, but I'm curious to know what you guys think, especially if you're a hardcore Westside Gunn fan. Do you think it's his best work? Is it one of your favorites? Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff. Catch me on twitch.tv/LukeJamesNotTheSinger. Streaming most nights 8 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Lots of hip-hop discussion in there while I'm playing some games. So yeah, do what you gotta do. Make sure you show me love, and you show me lots of it, man. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.